Well, the stock market took a dive today following the tariff announcement. And if you're an investor, what should you do? Sell, hold? Even if you're not an investor, what's the best way to protect your money? Joining us is Tim Fitzwilliams with Fitzwilliams Wealth Management. Thank you so much. A lot of people have questions. They're looking at the stock market kind of like this, afraid to look. First of all, why does this announcement affect the stock market in the way that it has?
Yeah, well, first, Janet, thank you for allowing me to come here and talk about it. I appreciate that. It affects the market because there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. See, the stock market does well in good news. It does okay in bad news. But when there's uncertainty, it's chaotic. And so we have to dial back and we have to look at why is there uncertainty? Well, the market's been overvalued. And so when you had stocks that were 50 times multipliers, that were very overvalued, people were enjoying making money in it. But then when there's uncertainty, you start to shift the way you think. To put it in simple terms, if you had a house that was worth $250,000 and all your friends are listing it for $12,500,000.
Okay.
That's the decision that you were okay with every time you invested in your 401k or in your brokerage account when you bought a piece of NVIDIA.
Okay, yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, with this uncertainty, there might be a landfill right next to our neighborhood, which affects all the housing prices, right? So then you leave that, you're uncertain. So you start to pull away from those riskier situations and you try to go to more hedge-based solutions.
So what should, I mean, in situations like this, although this is pretty unique, people always say just wait it out, wait it out. Is that your advice?
You know, that's an interesting comment because ultimately it goes up, it goes down, right? But this isn't going to be a quick thing. This isn't like COVID, it's not going to bounce right back. It's going to take at least a quarter for us to even see what the data is there to analyze, right? And then maybe a month later. But yes, we do need to wait it out, but we need to be looking at hedging. People need to be thinking about how they can shift out of riskier positions into hedge-based solutions. Now's the time to be looking for experts, looking for fiduciaries that are focused on hedging in times of uncertainty. That's the goal, is to lose less.
All right, and so no kind of panic moves right now, just...
No, you shouldn't panic, but you should be aware. Everybody loves it when they're making money and they don't need to know why or how. They're just, great, I'm making money, everything's wonderful.
Do some research.
Yeah, now it's time to buckle down and either you've got to do it yourself, which that's extremely difficult to do, or you need to get an expert that's going to help you figure out how you can shift your risk around. And this is the time that matters most, because when there's volatility. And when there's uncertainty, that can take that volatility and extend it even longer. So now more than ever, you need to look for that expert to be able to have some type of hedge in your portfolio.
All right, great advice. Thank you so much. Time is short. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you.
Fitzwilliams. Connor.
All right, Janet, great.